Welcome back here to UCCU Ballpark on the campus of Utah Valley University. Robert Lovell with you alongside Corey Sorensen as we get ready for the first pitch in the first game of the 3A Baseball State Tournament between number 7 Grantsville and number 2 Juab. Let's give you the starting lineups. First up for the visiting Grantsville Cowboys, the designated visiting team. Ring number 8 is the pitcher today, Jordan Fossen. Hitting in the 2-hole is the shortstop, number 5, Crew Warren. Batting third, the designated hitter, number 16, Patton Rose. Hitting cleanup is the first baseman, number 48, Peyton Cummings. Batting fifth, the center fielder, number 24, Cooper Castino. Hitting out of the sixth spot is the left fielder, number 10, Easton Hammond. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 3, Gunnar Kimber. Batting eighth is the second baseman, number 2, Easton Webb. Rounding out the batting order is the right fielder, number 0, Gray Warren. And playing catcher, being DH for, is number 11, Jax Allred for the Grantsville Cowboys. And again, they are coached by Keegan Landon. And now for the designated home team, the second-seeded Juab Wasps, here's Corey Sorensen.
Playing center field, number 18, Trevin Park. Hitting second, the pitcher, number 11, Austin Park. Hitting third, the first baseman, number 23, Connor Cowan. Hitting in the cleanup spot, the shortstop, number 2, Luke Marostica. Catching, number 25, and hitting fifth, Kai Hansen. Hitting DH, number 21, Maddox Stoll. Hitting in the seventh spot is the right fielder, number 9, Jimmy Larson. Hitting eighth is the second baseman, number 4, Brock Richards. Playing third base and hitting ninth, number 24, Hayden Adams. And the left fielder, number 5, Trayson Coombs, being DH for.
So there's your starters for these two teams. Again, it's Grantsville and Juab coming into this first game of the 3A Baseball State Tournament. Austin Park on the mound for the Juab Wasps, and he will face the top of the Grantsville order, Jordan Fossen, Crew Warren, and Patton Rose. If the Cowboys get to the fourth batter, that will be the cleanup hitter, Peyton Cummings, as Park will work out of the windup, and Fossen stands in on the right side for Grantsville. First pitch underway. Swung on, ground ball to the right side, fielded at first base by Cowan. Steps in the bag for out number 1. A one pitch, one out for Austin Park.
Yeah, that'll get you on your toes right there to start the game, right? Coming down the right field line to Cowan, but makes a good play, stays in front of the ball, and touches the base, record the first out.
So that brings the plate now, Crew Warren for the Cowboys. Again, he went 5 for 5 in the series against Delta over the weekend. First pitch, breaking ball, misses low, ball 1. Here's the 1-0 delivery. Swung on and fouled to the right side for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Warren.
Yeah, you see Grantsville, they're coming in, and when they see a pitch they like, they're taking their cuts right away.
Yeah.
I mean, they're trying to get after it quick.
Park again working out of the windup. The 1-1 delivery. Swung on. High, deep fly ball to left. Coombs going back, turns, and can't make the play as it hops over the wall for a ground rule double for Crew Warren as he continues to swing a hot bat.
Great hit right there. I just kind of wonder how much the wind had any effect on that one, because
it is kind of blowing out
it's
to
blowing
left.
that way, and honestly, Coombs looked like he had a good beat on it. It just kept going, and it just got behind him and bounced over the wall for a ground rule double.
So that will bring to the plate now Patton Rose with 1 out and a runner in scoring position. Park comes set. Left-handed Rose, swing and a miss, strike 1.
Yeah, they're swinging at first and second pitches right here, and they're really aggressive, are the Cowboys.
Park asks for the sign again. Hansen flashes it. Pretty good lead at second base for Warren. Here's the 0-1 to Rose. Misses low for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I haven't seen, are they showing the speed of the pitches
They're
today?
Not see today. If we can get ours out there and hopefully get it. We're a little distance away, so it might be difficult. But 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Turn and throw to second. That one is not in time. I thought he had him there, but the umpire says he dove in safely.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I thought he had him too. The umpire's got a little bit better looks than from where we are, but that was a really good timing pickoff move by Park and his shortstop there, Marostica.
1-1 count again. Hansen sets up on the outside edge. 1-1 pitch, swung on, and that one's going to be fouled off to the left side for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes now for Patton Rose.
See if Warren continues to get that big lead. He's still got a really big lead out there, even
Yes,
after that close pickoff.
1 out. The 1-2. That one swung on and fouled off to the left side again, right above the Juab dugout as Rose continues to battle. So count remains 1-2. Rose back in on the left side as Hansen flashes the sign to Park. Park working out of the stretch, comes set. 1 on and 1 out. Checks Warren at second base. There's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and again foul to the left side as Rose just continues to battle.
Yeah, good at bat right here by Rose. Seen a lot of pitches. I mean, he's down the count 1-2, but he's seen, 5 pitches now?
Yeah. Pitch number 6 coming with just 1 ball thrown. Warren not as big a lead this time. 1-2 pitch is swung on, line drive into left field is down for a hit, picked up by Coombs. Warren rounds third. He's on his way home. The throw is cut off. It's an RBI single for Patton Rose, and Grantsville strikes first.
Great hit right there by Rose. Going the opposite field right there and picking himself an RBI in the first run of the game.
So 1-0. Grantsville leads here in the top of the first inning with Peyton Cummings coming to the plate. RBI leader on this Grantsville squad. He had a big week last week and had a great season. First pitch breaking ball, swung on, high fly ball to center field. Trevin Park came in, now just stops dead in his tracks and makes the play for out number 2. An F8 for Cummings for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, the scouting report right there from Park was, or the coaches, they had him out there, perfect spot. He hardly had to move for that one, playing kind of more shading towards left field.
That'll bring Cooper Castino to the plate now for the Cowboys. He stands on the right side. Not much of a lead at first for Rose. Step and a half is all. First pitch from Park. Breaking ball, drops at the table, ball 1.
Robert, as you look at the outfielders right now, you look at like Park out in center field. Looks like he's in quite a ways, but this field is so big, that left center field gap out there, that's a long ways to the fence, so I don't think he's in as far as it looks. But
breaking ball here, caught the inside edge for a called strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Castino. Yeah, that the way that corners out there in left center field, it really gets out there deep. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one's going to miss low and away. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Castino.
They've taken the markers off. We don't know the dimensions, but if I remember right, that left center field gap out there, that power alley is like 427 feet.
Yeah, I think it is. We'll pull it up again and look at it, but here's the next pitch. Ground ball to the left side, fielded by Morostica at short. Throw to first is in time for the 6-3 ground out and the third out of the inning. But Grantsville strikes first. They get 1 run on 2 hits. No errors committed by Juab, and 1 runner left on base through 1/2 inning of play. It is Grantsville 1, Juab 0, the 3A state tournament on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Barrett's Foodtown has been your hometown grocer since 1935, earning your business every day with its fast, friendly, and convenient services. Barrett's meat department is second to none. You don't have to call someone out of the back room to get that special cut of meat you desire and deserve. You don't have to play card games or put up with troublesome gimmicks. You save money every time you shop Barrett's Foodtown. Barrett's Foodtown supports local schools and sporting events. Shop Barrett's Foodtown in Salina or click on barrettsfoodtown.com or follow Barrett's on Facebook.
At Manti Family Dental, we're not just fixing teeth, we're crafting smiles with a hometown touch. Our comprehensive care from crowns to Invisalign allows us to treat the young and the young at heart. Manti Family Dental is veteran-owned and backed by Dr. Carlisle's 13 years of expertise and a heart for Manti's community.
I'm Dr. Carlisle. My wife and I chose to raise our family where roots run deep. Here, every patient is treated like a neighbor. Whether it's IV sedation to remove your wisdom teeth or getting an implant to replace a missing tooth, we ensure your dental health is in caring hands.
So give us a call to schedule a visit and discover the difference at Manti Family Dental.
You're watching live high school sports action on TeamHive.live.
Back here at UCCU Ballpark as we go to the bottom of the first inning with Grantsville leading Juab 1-0 in Game 1 of the 3A Baseball State Tournament. And for Grantsville, Jordan Fossen is on the mound for the Cowboys. He'll face the top of the Juab order, Trevin Park, Austin Park, Connor Cowan. And if the Wasps get to the fourth batter, the cleanup hitter is Luke Morostica. First pitch to Trevin Park, missed up. Here's the 1-0 delivery. Swung on, line drive right back up the middle into center field for a base hit. And Juab has their leadoff batter on base.
Good hit right there by Park, driving that up. Just land that right on the grass out there in center field. Gets himself a single.
That'll bring Austin Park to the plate. Of course, Austin Park signed to play at BYU next year. Takes the sign from Coach Park in the dugout.
Real dangerous hitter right here with Austin Park.
Fossen comes set. Park gets right up next to the plate. First pitch swung on, and he hammers that one way fouled on the left field line for strike one.
Yeah, he got that barrel out ahead of that one, didn't he? I'd say that's a souvenir ball, but they want you to bring him back here.
I mean, his toes are all the way to the front of that line.
They are.
Turn and throw to first. Not in time as Trevin Park steps back safely.
Interesting that Fossen goes over there because Park's barely off. He's step and a half.
0-1, swings on this one. High ball, fly ball to left field. Going back is Hammond. He touches the wall, and that one's out of here. Austin Park puts Juab right back in front with a 2-run home run over the wall in left. As Trevin Park goes from first to home, and Austin Park touches them all. 2-1 Juab here in the bottom of the first inning.
For Juab, that's a great way for Park to start the state tournament. For everybody else, you're nervous now.
Yeah.
But that's how he starts. But 2-run home run, great piece of hitting right there.
Well, you could tell he was sitting on that pitch. That's what he wanted. He fouled it way foul on the first one. They came back with almost the exact same pitch.
Yeah, great piece of hitting. He was not fooled at all.
So that brings Connor Cowan to the plate. First pitch, swing and a miss for Cowan for strike one. Fossen out of the windup. The 0-1. That one's going to hit Cowan in the back. So Cowan takes the hit by pitch and heads to first base. No outs here in the bottom of the first. Juab leads Grantsville 2-1. You know, we were talking about that 4 years ago when they played, and you felt like all game Juab was going to break out, and they never did. Grantsville winning that one 5-0. Obviously for Juab, big just to kind of make sure that doesn't happen again.
Yeah, they're going to. I think they're going to do everything they can to jump on top of Grantsville right now, and I mean, just hit a batter. They're going to make that hurt.
At the plate now is Luke Morostica, who has been swinging maybe the hottest bat in the Juab lineup over the last couple of weeks. So he watches ball one go by low and away. The sophomore hitting out of the cleanup spot. The 1-0 pitch. Misses low and in. 4-2 and a 2-0 hitters count now for Morostica.
Yeah, Morostica, he's just still looking to stay hot right here, move the runner around, get him in scoring position, and continue to put pressure on Grantsville's defense.
Turn and throw to first. Not in time as Cowan steps back. So 2-0 hitters count. Cowan takes off on the pitch. Low throw. Down to second, not in time. Karam's into center field, but a good backup by Castano will hold Cowan at second base as he steals it successfully, and it's a 3-0 count now to Morostica.
Imagine we'll see a Morostica take a pitch right here. He's going to make him earn this strike. Make Fossen earn the strike, I should say.
Coach Park had Morostica step out of the box, wanted to give the sign. .30 pitch. That'll miss low for ball 4. And Morostica will take the 4-pitch base on balls and head to first base. 2 on and no outs. 2 runs across for Juab here in the first inning.
Yeah, runner in scoring position. 2 guys on, no outs. Did Coach Park, he's not out on third baseline giving signs anymore. He's kind of stepped back and just bench coaching. And
he does give the signs, though.
He gives the
the
signs
there.
there.
You got Coach Ludlow, the previous head coach, down first base or down the third base line now.
Okay.
So Kai Hansen steps in on the right side. Fossen out of the stretch. First pitch to Hansen. Misses low for ball 1. He just keeps missing low so far, has Fossen, which is where you want to miss, but he's got to find the zone at some point.
Yeah, got to bring it up just a little bit, see if he can get a ground ball out right here.
1-0 misses low and away. Ball 2 and a hitter's count now for Kai Hansen.
Yeah, for Fossen right now, if you can get something low in the zone, and get a double play ball up the middle right here, you'd love it. Or something to the corner, just a quick 5-3 double play would be great.
2-0, that one's on the inside edge for a called strike one. 2 balls, 1 strike. Coach Park out of the dugout, going to go visit with the home plate umpire as Jack Allred heads out to visit with Fossen on the mound.
We're always curious to see what the coaches are talking to the officials about. I don't think it was a strike zone, but
No, that one looked like it was clearly.
Yeah, clearly a strike.
Yep. So 2-1 count to Hansen. Fossen sets. 2-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled straight down for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, after getting down early, good job by Fossen coming back and evening up the count.
Steps back in on the right side, does Hansen. Cowan at second, Morostica at first, 2 across in the inning. Cowan takes off, the pitch is in the dirt outside for ball 3, and Cowan easily takes third base as a result. Full count.
Yeah, I think that's just good base running right there by Cowan. He was seeing that Fossen wasn't going to check him. It's giving him enough lead where he felt comfortable just to take off, and obviously coaches are trusting these base runners that they're not needing to give them signs and just give them free rein on the bases at times.
And wasn't being held on. I mean, second
nobody.
Short, weren't even thinking about him. So here's the full count pitch. Morostica takes off, and ball 4 will send Kai Hansen to first base and loads him up now for Juab.
Yeah, for Coach Landon, this is not what you wanted to see in the first inning. He's going out to talk to his pitcher right now, talk to Fossen.
He'll bring the infield in with him as Juab brings the speed-up runner on to replace Kai Hansen. And coming out to run for Juab, that will be Jack Peterson. With Maddox Stoll set to bat next here for the Wasps.
I like that uniform right there. Old Maddox Stoll, he looks like he's a throwback from the 1930s. Like kind of those baggy pants, baggy knickers, and long socks. Looks a little bit like Babe Ruth out there.
Coach heads back to the dugout for Grantsville as the players return to their positions.
Surprised right here that you don't have maybe even the whole infield pulled in. I guess they're going to look for a double play ball in the middle, but they're pulling the corners in to go home.
Fossen working out of the windup. No outs in the inning. First pitch to Stoll, swung on, chopped to the left side. That'll be fielded by Fossen off the mound, and he gets the out at first. It works as good as a bunt for Maddox Stoll as the run comes in to score, and 1 out now in the inning.
Yeah, good job by Stoll getting another runner across the plate. But Fossen, good job fielding his position right there and making not a real easy play and making a good throw across the diamond. So we get the first out of the inning for the Cowboys.
That brings Jimmy Larson to the plate, talking to the Juab coaching staff. They feel like Jimmy Larson's been swinging it really well. I'm looking forward to a big tournament out of him. First pitch, misses up for ball 1. One-zero pitch, swung on and fouled back to the screen. Strike 1, 1 ball, 1 strike.
You think every one of these coaches, they've got to be talking to their team and say, listen, 7, 8, 9 guys are just as important as your 1, 2, 3, 4 guys. If you can get them on, you can turn that lineup over, you're going to be successful.
Strike 2 there to Larson for a 1-2 count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. 2 runners in scoring position here for Juab. 3 runs across. Curveball, line drive into left center field is down for a hit. That will score 2 as Peterson comes around to score following Morostica across home plate. A 2-run single for Jimmy Larson makes it 5-1 Juab.
Great hit right there by Larson to get himself a couple RBIs and stay hot and keep Juab hitting.
So that will bring Brock Richards to the plate, second baseman today for the Wasps. I don't know what it is. Something about Wasps is hard for me to say.
It's a tough one.
Richards in on the right side as Larson takes the lead at first. That first pitch on the outside half for a called strike one to Richards. Just one out here in the inning. 3 Juab hits with a hit by pitch and 2 walks as well. Next pitch, ground ball to the left side. Backhanded by Warren at short. Throw to second is in time. No play at first, and they're going to call the drop on the transfer. So the runner is out at second. I think that's the right call.
Yeah, I think it's the correct call as well. The ball was in his glove, just lost on the transfer.
So Jimmy Larson is out on the fielder's choice at second base. Brock Richards safe at first. Coach Park just wants to go visit with the umpire that was right on top of it. Like I said, I think it was the right call.
I do too. I couldn't argue that from where I'm sitting.
Coach Park, though, pleading his case. Takes the explanation from the umpire and heads back to the dugout. As the 9th batter of the inning, Hayden Adams comes to the plate for Juab. They hit through the order here in inning number 1. Have a 5-1 lead with 2 outs and a runner on first. Fossen out of the stretch. Little bigger lead over there at first base. Runner takes off. Adams flies this one into right field. Coming in is Gray Warren on a run. Not going to get there as it lands between him and the first baseman Cummings. And going from first to home on a bloop double down the right field line is Brock Richards, 6-1 Juab.
Yeah, that was just out in no man's land. Nobody could get to that ball. It's just right fielder's playing a little deeper. First baseman he made good chase, but just no chance at that ball. And great base running there to go from first to home. He was stealing right there,
yes,
too, so I hope you got a good jump.
So that brings the 10th batter of the inning to the plate in Trevin Park. He stands in on the right side. Hayden Adams takes a lead at first. Still 2 outs. Fossen checks him. First pitch. Misses up for ball 1. Park led the inning off, driving a single into center field. The 1-0 pitch swung on, flies this one foul down the right field line, and it will get out of play.
Yeah, no chance for that one.
No, but old Peyton Cummings, he was over there ready
he did.
to reach over the wall if it was close enough.
Yeah, he made good chase on that one.
So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. 6-1, Juab leads Grantsville. Fossen again sets. Pretty good lead at second base by Adams. 1-1 pitch. That one will miss inside for ball 2. That was a really big lead by Adams.
Yeah, well, second baseman right now, he's coming over. Webb, he's going to come over and try to hold him a little closer. Still a big lead right there.
2-1 count. Next pitch to Park. Swung on and fouled back to the screen. Strike 2 to Trevin Park. 2-2.
I think Coach Park's just telling his base runners, hey, let's make them make a play on us. Easy to throw a ball away in a situation like this. And they're going to make them make the play. And
here's the 2-2 pitch as Adams takes off. Swung on and he fouls this one back out of play. Does Trevin Park as he battles. Adams is he's 35 feet off the base.
Yeah, he's and not hardly even checking him right there. So they're gonna, if you're gonna give it to him, they'll take it.
Yeah. Fossen comes set. Not as big of a lead this time for Adams as Webb is over there to hold him on. Adams still takes off. Pitch misses high. Throw to third is in time as they apply the tag right on the hand for out number 3. So Hayden Adams is caught stealing for the third out of the inning, but Juab strikes early and often as they get 6 runs in the first inning. They do so on 4 hits. No errors committed by Grantsville and no runners left on base. Through 1 inning of play, it is Juab 6, Grantsville 1 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Homes aren't one size fits all, so why should your home insurance be any different? Farmers Home Insurance packages offer coverage options you can tailor to fit you. Discover straightforward home coverage options and more by calling Farmers Agent Dan and Gabe Cranny at 435-896-5453. That's Dan and Gabe Cranny at 435-896-5453.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
You're watching live high school sports action on TeamHive.live.
We're back here at UCCU Ballpark on the campus of Utah Valley University as we go to the top of the second inning with Juab leading Grantsville 6-1 in this first game of the day at the 3A Baseball State Tournament. And Grantsville brings the 6, 7, and 8 batters to the plate this inning with Easton Hammond, Gunnar Kimber, and Easton Webb. If they get to the fourth batter, that will be Gray Warren. Austin Park on the mound for Juab. Hammond will stand in on the right side. Park working out of the windup. First pitch swung on and fouled to the right side of the play for strike one.
Yeah, Grantsville just got to try to get some guys on bases and just chisel away at this lead right now, you know, with a 5-run deficit coming into the second inning.
Here's the 0-1 pitch, breaking ball. Misses in for ball one. Yeah, really good start to the game for Grantsville. Came out, got picked up an early run, had 2 on with 1 out, or 1 on with 1 out, another 1 on, and weren't able to add any more. But that lead quickly disappeared as Austin Park hit a 2-run home run over the wall and left to give Juab the lead as he gets called strike 2 there to Hammond for a 1-2 count.
Good fastball in the outside corner there.
Here's the 1-2 delivery from Park. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Hammond will go down swinging for the first out of the inning, first strikeout of the game for Austin Park.
Looks like first strikeout of the game for either team right there.
Yes. So brings Gunnar Kimber to the plate now for Grantsville. He stands in on the right side. Park again out of the windup. First pitch, breaking ball. Had him bailing out on a called strike 1.
Yeah, good pitch right there for a called strike. When you can throw a curveball for a strike, that's a pretty effective pitch.
0-1 curveball. Swing and a miss, strike 2. You know, and you look at it, these hitters, and you got a guy that throws 90 coming at you. When that ball's coming at you, you don't want to get hit by 90 as he grounds one to the right side. Richards fields it at second. Throw to first is in time for the 4-3 ground out and the second out of the inning. You don't want to get hit by a ball that's going 90, so when that ball breaks in on you, it's easy to get those knees buckled.
Yeah, it is. It for sure is.
Yeah, as Easton Webb comes to the plate now for Grantsville, he stands in on the right side. First pitch from Park. Misses inside for ball 1.
Yeah, I like what Park's doing in the game. You know, he's moving the ball in and out, up and down right now, using his curveball effectively and helping his self out on the mound.
1-0 breaking ball on the outside half, strike 1. Coach Landon down the third baseline talking to his batter with 2 outs and nobody on base. The 1-1 curveball swung on. Ground ball to the right side. Past the diving Richards into right field. A 2-out single for Easton Webb. Puts a runner on with 2 outs here in the top of the second inning.
Good piece of hitting there by Webb. He was not fooled on that breaking ball. He just sat back on it and punched that out into right field.
So that'll bring Gray Warren to the plate now for Grantsville. He stands on the right side. Throw over to first, not in time. First pitch. That one's going to miss outside for ball 1.
It's number 9 hitter right here in Grantsville's lineup, looking to get back to the first of their order, get a couple guys on base.
Turn and throw to first. Not in time. Nice catch by Cowan, who had to fall over the body of Webb to make sure that didn't go down the right field line.
Yeah, that was a really good play right there by Cowan. Now, he plays out in front of the bag. A lot of first basemen, they got their foot on the bag or something, but he's playing out in front of it a couple feet, going towards the runner.
There's the 1-0 pitch. Swung on, blooped down the right field line, lands foul for strike one and a 1-1 count.
No, it could have been a dangerous hit right there.
Yeah.
Could have been a double right there as well. It's kind of out in no man's land, and there's a lot of foul territory. And the way with the bullpen is, the ball kind of can tuck back in to where the bullpen is and get out of the right fielder's view. And
next pitch, that one's in the dirt, kicked away from Hansen. Webb takes off and will take second base on the wild pitch on ball 2 to Gray Warren. Also looks like, I believe it was Peyton Cummings that was down warming up in the bullpen for Grantsville.
Yeah, I couldn't see who it was, but
he just got finished warming up, so we'll see if they go to that change here in the bottom of the second. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Park. That one's going to miss low and away for ball 3. And a 3-1 hitter's count now for the number 9 batter in the Grantsville order, Gray Warren. Yeah, 48. Peyton Cummings. 3-1 pitch. Misses low for ball 4, and that will put 2 on now with 2 outs here at the top of the second for Grantsville, trailing Juab 6-1.
That's a good at bat right there for Gray Warren, just being patient right there and extending the inning. One more hitter.
And on the right side now is the leadoff batter, Jordan Fossen. First pitch from Park. Check swing, run around, strike 1.
Yeah, I think that would have been a strike either way. Just didn't lay off that one. But Fossen, he comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He grounded out to the first baseman in his first at bat.
Park sets again. The 0-1 curveball drops off low and away, ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike.
So 2 outs right here. Fossen has a chance to cut into the lead if he can get an RBI, base hit.
Turn and throw to first. In time as they get Gray Warren picked off at first base for out number 3. As Grantsville gets runners on, but they do not score. No runs on 1 hit, no errors committed by Juab, and 1 runner left on base through 1.5 innings of play. It is Juab 6, Grantsville 1, the 3A state tournament on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
At CVMC Medical Clinics, our growing team of physicians and advanced providers are shaping what rural healthcare can be. With an array of specialties available in world-class orthopedic medicine, our footprint is always expanding to ensure our personalized approach is reaching as many as possible. Familiar faces and expert knowledge, all of our locations can offer your family full-spectrum care in one place. Available in Nephi, Santaquin, and Fountain Green. CVMC is the place where healthcare is made personal.
Riverton Chevy is more than just a dealership. For over 103 years, our family has proudly served this community because Utah is our home. Through our Everyday Champions program, we celebrate those who make our community stronger. Military, teachers, and first responders, our local champions never pay for oil changes with the purchase of a new vehicle. Thank you for making Riverton Chevy your dealership for over a century. Visit us today in South Jordan or online at rivertonchevy.com. Still the Chevyweight champion.
I might have to go back and look at it again.
You're watching live high school sports action on TeamHive.live.
Back here at UCCU Ballpark on the campus of Utah Valley University as we go to the bottom of the second inning with Juab leading Grantsville 6-1 in Game 1 of this 3A Baseball State Tournament. And for Juab there at the top of the order, Trevin Park was up to bat when Hayden Adams was caught stealing. So Trevin Park will bat first here in the Juab lineup.
Have that for both teams. We're going to bring both number ones out because runners getting out on the bases.
So Park in on the right side. Jordan Fossen on the mound for Grantsville. First pitch, swung on, ground ball to the third base line. Gets past the diving Kimber at third. Park rounds first on his way to second. It'll be picked up in left field, and Trevin Park strolls in with a leadoff stand-up double for Juab.
Good hit right there. He saw that pitch coming on the inside part of the plate, and he pulled that right down the line.
So it brings Austin Park to the plate.
Austin Park is 1-for-1 with a 2-run home run to get the scoring started for the Wasps in the last inning.
He stands it on the right side. They're moving umpires around. So Park in on the right side with Trevin Park at second. No outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Fossen out of the stretch. First pitch to Park. Misses low, ball one. Outside half, but low.
You got Webb. He's playing second base for Grantsville. He is holding Park a little closer right now. They're paying a little bit closer attention to those base runners than they were last inning.
The 1-0 pitch. Low and away, ball two, and a hitter's count now for Austin Park. Trevin Park at second base takes his lead as Fossen comes set. The 2-0 to Austin. That one's right down the middle for a called strike one. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Dangerous pitch right there. I mean, he came right after him, right down the middle of the plate, and Park lets that one go, but that could have been hit a long way right there.
Center fielder sneaking in a little bit. 2-1 pitch in the dirt for ball 3 and a hitter's count now. Castano backed up a little bit, then came in as he got right to that Wolverine logo in center field. He is playing him to left center. 3-1 hitter's count here for Park as Fossen comes set. 3-1 pitch. That'll miss low and away for ball 4, and Park will draw the base on ball. So Austin Park heads to first. Trevin Park stands at second, and Connor Cowan comes to the plate.
Yeah, dangerous hitter right here, too. I think I said earlier, Cowan leads the team in home runs. He has 6 home runs this year.
But Coach Keegan Landon's out of the dugout. Looks like a pitching change is coming. Yes, it is, so we'll take the break for it. We're in the bottom of the second inning. Juab leads Grantsville 6-1. 2-on right now for the Wasps. And Connor Cowan coming to the plate with no outs when we come back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
For over 70 years, Cache Valley Bank has been a part of Utah's financial landscape with 23 branches across the state of Utah. Cache Valley Bank isn't just a bank. We're neighbors, partners, and your financial advisors.
Committed to building stronger communities one transaction at a time with secure and reliable solutions, whether it's buying a home, expanding your business, or simply managing your day-to-day finances.
Visit any of our locations in Ephraim, Mount Pleasant, Fairview, or Nephi. Cache Valley Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Your car carries you and those you love through the days and years. It deserves the best care you can give it. At Burt Brothers, we can help with that. We've been doing it better than anyone else since 1991, and we'll keep doing it to get you through all the important moments on life's roads. Because cars are more than how we get from here to there, they're how we get from there to here. Find your nearest store and discover special offers at burtbrothers.com.
You're watching live high school sports action on TeamHive.live.
So pitching change for the Grantsville Cowboys. Peyton Cummings takes over on the mound for Grantsville. And his first batter he faces is Connor Cowan. And Cowan steps up with 2 runners on and no outs and a 6-1 Juab lead. Cummings out of the stretch. First pitch, breaking ball, misses up and away for ball 1. So Cummings comes into the game with a 6.49 ERA on the year. He's thrown 32 1/3 innings as the junior.
Yeah, comes in and inherits 2 runners.
Big swing and a miss there from Connor Cowan on the breaking ball for strike one and a 1-1 count.
Yeah, he wanted that one.
Yeah.
He went after that pitch, didn't he?
So 1 ball, 1 strike. Cummings sets. The 1-1. Breaking ball nearly hits him. Cowan says, like I hit last time, I'll slide out of the way this time for ball 2.
Yeah, he does. He's a hitter, man, and he wants to stay in there and hit. So, and they've got a good lead right now, 5-run lead. He doesn't need to take one for the team right now.
2-1. Swung on, ground ball to the right side, and we've got time called.
They saying it came off
his
leg.
Yeah. So, it's kind of interesting how that happened. First base umpire called it, and Cowan had taken off. He was.
Yeah. Thing looked like it had been hit by like a cue ball. Had a lot of spin just right out there on the end of the bat.
So it ends up just being strike 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Connor Cowan. He'll take the do-over rather than an easy ground ball to first. Cummings sets. Park on the bases. 2-2. Breaking ball swung on. Lifts this one in the air behind home plate, and it's going to get out of play. Pretty good Juab crowd. Grantsville's not quite as deep, but a decent crowd. They're all trying to be in the shade.
Yeah, everybody's all shading up right now.
2-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled back out of play again by Cowan as he continues to battle.
Yeah, good at bat right here by Cowan. Seen a lot of pitches, and the more pitches you see, it usually benefits the hitter.
Yeah. So Cummings comes set. With 2 on, the 2-2 breaking ball. Swung on, chopped to the left side. That'll be fielded at third. Step on the bag and no play at first. So Kimber makes the play for the fielder's choice for the first out of the inning as Trevin Park is out on the bases.
Yeah, good off-speed pitch right there to get Cowan just getting that slow dribbler down to third base. But that thing was coming in really slow. Big bending, slow curveball right there.
Yeah, definitely a change of pace here, pitching-wise.
Yeah, for sure.
Brings Luke Morostica to the plate, hitting from the left side with 2 on and 1 out now here in the bottom of the second inning. 6-1, Juab leads. First pitch from Cummings. That one nearly hits him. Kicks away from Allred behind the plate. Bounced forward. I don't know if it hit the umpire or if it hit Allred.
It sounded like it came off his shin, somebody's shin guards.
And
you could hear it hit shin guards. I don't know if it's the umpires or the catchers, but.
So both runners move up on the play. 1-0 count now to Morostica as he stands back in on the left side. First pitch swung on, chopped foul to the right side for strike 1 and a 1-1 count.
Yeah, you can see that right now with Cummings, he's coming in with throwing a lot more off-speed pitches. They're coming in slower. These guys are getting out ahead of these pitches. Their timing's just off right now. So Cummings doing a good job keeping them kind of at bay right here.
Cummings working out of the windup. The 1-1 to Morostica. Misses high and away for a ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. There's the 2-1 pitch. In the dirt. Good block by Allred behind the dish for ball 3. And a hitter's count now for Morostica.
Yeah, saved a run right there. That gets past him, and Park is going to come across the plate.
Cummings again out of the windup. Here's the 3-1 delivery. Swung on, chopped foul to the right side for strike 2 and a full count. Might have helped him out on that one.
Yeah, he did. That looked like that was inside. He really had to get those hands around quick to get the barrel of the bat on that one.
So full count now to Morostica. So he steps back in. Cummings takes the sign from Allred. Payoff pitch. Swing and a foul goes all the way to the backstop, and that's going to be a drop third strike, and Morostica is safe at first. I think it would have been ball 4, but he reaches on the drop third strike instead as Austin Park comes in to score on the pass ball.
Yeah, that pitch was way inside right there, and he swings over the top of it. And then you've got Allred's back there catching. The ball gets past him, and he has to make the decision, do I throw it to first and try to get the out? If I do, this guy's going to come home, and there's no guarantee you get that out. So he held on to the ball, and runners now at first and third.
So still just one out, 7-1 now. Juab here in the bottom of the second with Kai Hansen coming to the plate. Hansen in on the right side. First pitch from Cummings. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Tried to pull the outside one.
Yeah, that looked like it was a little bit outside too. Hard pitch to pull right there.
So an 0-1 count to Hansen. Runner takes off. Breaking ball.
Hit him.
Oh, it did. It caught him. So Kai Hansen takes the hit by pitch to load him up for Juab. And Jack Peterson back out to run for Hansen on the bases. So you've got Peterson at first, Morostica at second, Cowan at third here with Maddox Stoll coming to the plate. One across and one out. 7-1 your score. Juab leading Grantsville. First pitch. This is low for ball one.
Yeah, this is what Coach Landon, he did not want to see this. This is getting to be a pretty big deficit right here with a hit.
Next one misses low for ball two. Another good block, though, to hold the runners. Next pitch swung on. Slow ground ball fouled on the third base line for strike one. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Maddox Stoll.
Grantsville pulling the corners in a little bit right here, and the middle infielders playing double play depth right here for see if they can turn 2 in the middle.
The 2-1. That one's on the outside edge for a called strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Maddox Stoll with 1 out and the bases loaded. Well, he showed 1-2, which was the scoreboard show, but they threw 2 pitches there to start this one. Next pitch is swung on, ground ball to the right side. Moving over at second is Webb, fields it, throw to first is in time. An RBI ground out for Maddox Stoll, his second of the game. It's now 8-1 Juab as Cowan scores from third, 2 outs in the inning.
Yeah, he did his job right there. He had 2 strikes on him and just shortened up a little bit, hitting that over to second baseman and getting an RBI. Another run on the board for Juab.
Brings Jimmy Larson to the plate now for the Wasps. He had a big hit. 2-run single into left in his previous at-bat. First pitch swinging here. Fouls that one into the Grantsville dugout to the oohs and ahs of the crowd for strike 1. Cummings out of the windup. 0-1 pitch is swung on, flies this one into right field. Coming in and making the catch on the run for Grantsville, out number 3. I believe that is Castino who moved over there. Yes, it was. Cooper Castino moved to right with the pitching change, so an F9 for Larson for the 3rd out of the inning. But Juab adds their lead as they get 2 runs in the inning. They do so on just 1 hit in the inning. And no errors committed by Grantsville in the process. And 2 runners left on base through 2 innings of play. It is Juab 8, Grantsville 1 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Sanpete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West. Specializing in structural steel fabrication and assembly, Sanpete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hales Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. Sanpete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time at 685 East Main Street. Call today at 800-261-1026. That's 800-261-1026 or go to sanpetesteel.com.
My parents know nothing about gaming. I told them we needed Centricom Fiber because it's by far the fastest and most reliable internet speeds.
Hey bud, dinner's ready. Time to turn off the game box.
Alright, this round's almost over.
The
These days, kids do a lot of their homework online. They talk to their teachers, they receive assignments, and they do research, all from our kitchen table. That's why I chose Centricom Fiber Internet. They have the fastest and most reliable connection, so my kids can stay on top of their schoolwork.
You're watching live high school sports action on TeamHive.live.
Back here at UCCU Ballpark as we go to the top of the third inning, with Juab leading Grantsville 8-1 in Game 1 of this 3A Baseball State Tournament. And Austin Park on the mound for Juab faces the top of the Grantsville order, Jordan Fossen, Crew Warren, and Patton Rose. If they get to the fourth batter, the cleanup hitter is Peyton Cummings. First pitch from Park. Lost hold of that one way above and behind Fossen. Now Fossen swings the next one and drives one into right field. And it'll be picked up by Larson. Fars Fossen's heading for second. The throw is not in time as he comes in standing up with a leadoff double for the Cowboys.
And for the Cowboys, that's exactly what you need. You get your leadoff runner on. You got him in scoring position. And now you're going to rely on your bats. They got to work back right now, being down 7 runs coming in the top of the third.
So brings Crew Warren to the plate now for Grantsville. Park working out of the stretch for Juab. First pitch to Warren. Breaking ball on the inside edge. Strike one. Warren doubled to left field in his first at bat. Came around to score the only run of the game for Grantsville so far.
Yeah, had a good hit. It was that ground rule double. Bounced right there at the base of the wall and bounced over the wall for a double.
The 0-1 pitch. It's going to miss away for ball one, and Kai Hansen calls time. Wants to go visit with Park on the mound.
May got a little bit crossed up on their signs maybe. Yeah, when a pitcher throws that hard, you don't want your signs crossed up.
Yeah.
There's a lot of difference between his fastball and his off-speed stuff. So you want to make sure that everybody's on the same page.
So Warren back in on the right side. Park comes set from the stretch. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on, chopped to the right side, and it will go foul. Connor Cowan fielded it, waited for the umpire to make the signal. Strike two. So 1-2 count now to Warren with no outs and a runner on second here in the top of the third inning for Grantsville. Juab leads 8-1. Park comes set. The 1-2 pitch. Ooh, that looked pretty good.
Yeah,
I'm not sure where that one was. Must have been a little bit low for ball two.
Yeah, you can see Kai Hansen. He's trying to frame that up, but it didn't look like he needed to frame it much. That looked like a pretty good pitch.
Yeah. So a 2-2 count. Warren back in on the right side. Fossen at second here for Grantsville. Here's the pitch from Park. Nope, they're going to throw to second first. And getting back safely was Fossen.
Well, right now they're 1 for 3 in pickoffs, and the first one looked like it could have been gone other way. So,
yeah, and that one wasn't too far off.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, if the throw's on the bag, it might have been called out there as well.
Here's the 2-2. On the outside edge for a called strike three, and Warren will go down looking for the first out of the inning, second strikeout of the game for Austin Park. Warren didn't like the call. He made sure to let his frustrations be known.
Yeah, but good job by Park right there, just coming back, hard and low, keeping that down in the zone, and he gets that called third strike.
Kai Hansen going to go back out and visit with Park again on the mound. Hansen settles back in behind the plate as Patton Rose stands in on the left side for Grantsville. First pitch from Park. This is way inside and gets back to the backstop. So moving up a bag is Jordan Fossen, 90 feet closer.
Yeah, everything helps right now for Grantsville. They're going to, anything that you'll give them, they'll take right now, and they need every bit of help they can get.
So as Rose steps back in, 1-0 count. Here's the pitch from Park. Breaking ball, drops off low and in for ball 2, and a 2-0 count now to Patton Rose.
Didn't look like that one was off a lot, but Hansen couldn't keep that in his glove. Made an easy call for the official call ball.
2-0 pitch. Swung on and fouled to the Juab dugout for strike one. 2 balls, 1 strike.
I tell you what, Coach Park, he's tough. He was jumping for that. That was a hard line drive coming right over their heads, and he was jumping up to catch with his bare hands.
So 2 balls, 1 strike. Next pitch from Park. Swung on, chopper to the right side. Richards fields it at second. Throw to first is in time, but it's an RBI ground out for Patton Rose. His second RBI of the game as Fossen comes in to score from third. Make the score now 8-2. Juab leads Grantsville. Brings Peyton Cummings to the plate now for the Cowboys. He stands in on the right side. First pitch. That one's in, misses up for ball 1. Just above the zone. There's the 1-0 now from Park. Stays up and in for ball 2, and a hitter's count now for Peyton Cummings.
Probably see something right here that he can hit if it's a pitch he likes.
2-0 pitch. That one's on the outside edge for a called strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Again, coming set as Park. Here's the 2-1. Thought about it, held off, watches ball 3 go by up for a 3-1 hitter's
in the zone there.
Yeah. They're going to ask if he went around. First base umpire says he did not. Three-one pitch, big swing and a miss. Strike 2 to Cummings for a full count.
Good pitch right there by Park to get back to a full count here. Or get to a full count.
3-2, swing and a miss, strike 3, and Cummings will go down swinging for the third out of the inning. Third strikeout of the game for Austin Park. As Grantsville, though, gets one more back. They score 1 run on 1 hit in the inning. No errors by Juab and no runners left on base through 2.5 innings of play. It's Juab 8, Grantsville 2 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Jorgensen's Power Sports is your one-stop shop for all of your outdoor adventure needs. We carry a wide variety of ATVs, UTVs, RVs, firearms, outdoor accessories, and much more. Complete with both a service and warranty department. Check us out online at www.jhsport.com or give us a call at 435-896-6408.
Mason Machinery takes vertical tillage to the max with the Turbo Max from Great Plains. With its hydraulically adjustable gang angle, the Turbo Max gives you lots of options. In the fall, you can run the machine at an angle to bury more residue. And in the spring, you can run it straight to create an excellent vertically tilled seed bed, all to help you achieve the best yields. Call Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora today to see what the Turbo Max can do for you. Mason Machinery and Great Plains. Harvest starts here.
As a urologist, my job includes treating kidney stones, diagnosing, treating prostate cancer, and other disorders of the urinary system. Here at CVMC, specialists and primary care physicians all work very closely together.
As a family physician, being able to have continuity of care and direct relationships with our specialists is something we're very fortunate to have here.
I'm Dr. David Sewell, board-certified urologist. I'm proud to provide state-of-the-art care here at Central Valley Medical Center.
Back here at UCCU Ballpark on the campus of Utah Valley University as we come to the bottom of the third inning in an 8-2 ball game. Juab leading Grantsville, and the Wasps will bring the 8-9-1 batters to the plate this inning with Brock Richards, Hayden Adams, and Trevin Park. If they get to the fourth batter, that will be Austin Park. Peyton Cummings on the mound for Grantsville. Missed inside for ball 1. 1-0 pitch to Richards, swung on, pops this one into center field, and Fossen is there to make the play for out number 1, so an F8 for Brock Richards for the first out of the inning.
That's what Grantsville needs right there. to get back in this game. Just quick outs and a bunch of hits and some runs.
So it brings Hayden Adams to the plate now. Adams doubled on a bloop hit down the right field line in the first inning.
Yeah, just out there in no man's land, and he got himself a double for his first at bat.
First pitch, misses up for ball one. Cummings working out of the windup. Squares to bunt, does Adams, drops in the left side, charging, and the throw to first is in time from Gunnar Kimber for out number 2 on the 5-3 bunt ground out. Kimber on the run, making a nice play.
Yeah, great bunt right there, but Kimber coming in, fields that ball, makes a great running throw, and records the out for out number 2.
So 2 outs in the inning, and Trevin Park comes to the plate with nobody on base for Juab. He's in on the right side as Cummings works out of the windup. First pitch, breaking ball on the inside half, strike one. Good tight break there from Cummings on that one. The 0-1 count. That one's going to hit Trevin Park, though, as he reaches base for the 3rd time today and heads down the line.
Didn't get the break on that one.
Yeah, no,
that
he
one
did not.
just didn't break apart. And got Trevin in the backside there.
So it brings Austin Park to the plate. Austin's 1 for 1 in the game. Had a 2-run home run to left in the first inning, then walked and scored in the second inning. He stands in on the right side. Not much of a lead by Trevin Park at first as Cummings comes set. First pitch to Austin. Swung on, line drive right back up the middle into center field for a base hit. Trevin Park will hold at second. 2 on now and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Hard hit ball right up the box right there. That's when, nobody had a chance of that. That came past Cummings pretty quick.
So it brings Connor Cowan to the plate. In this inning, the Wasps are going to run for Austin. So they will bring on the speed-up runner, and that is Tice Howarth.
Connor Cowan, he's 0 for 1 in this game. He was hit by a pitch his first at bat and came around to score a run, and then he grounded out to third base, and the bases were loaded.
First pitch swinging here, chops it foul for strike one. Might be pressing a little bit.
Yeah, I think he's just looking for his first hit, and he's good. The hard swings. He's just getting way out ahead of the ball. He's ahead of everything.
Runner takes off. That's Trevin Park. The pitch goes behind at Cowan, and Park is stealing third easily, and then moving to second on the pitch that kicks away from Allred is Howarth.
Yeah, once again, Park's out there on second base, gets a big lead. Nobody's holding him. He just takes off. Cummings is in he's actually coming to the plate, and he sees him out of the corner. I turned around and looks, and then lets that ball go way inside.
Next pitch swung on, line drive through the 5-6 hole for a base hit. That will score one. Howarth on his way home, and he will come in standing up with a 2-run single for Connor Cowan to make it a 10-2 Juab lead.
Yeah, good job right there. Just keeping his hands back on that one and driving that ball out into left field and getting a couple RBIs.
So it brings Luke Morostica to the plate now with 1 on and 2 outs. And again, this is just the danger of this Juab lineup. They get first 2 guys out, then you hit a guy, then you come into Austin Park and Connor Cowan, and Morostica fouls this one off to the right side for strike one. Great play down the line, though, at first.
Yeah, not bad right there. Plus, he has everybody's laundry in his hand, so he has his laundry in his right hand and makes the play with his left. So good job by the first base coach.
There's the 0-1 to Morostica. Swung on. High fly ball to center field. Turning and running is Fossen. And gets back there, makes the play. I love the way Fossen played that one as Morostica flies out for the third out of the inning. But Juab adds to their lead as they get 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors committed by Grantsville. And 1 runner left on base. Through 3 complete. It is Juab 10, Grantsville 2 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Are you a new CDL license holder? If so, Barney Trucking would like to train and pay you to become a world-class truck driver on state-of-the-art equipment. They also provide you with reliable, courteous support, a fantastic wage, paid holidays, solid benefits, home daily schedules, paid time off, an excellent safety record, and respect. Dependable truck drivers have been Barney Trucking's #1 investment since 1947. Start your outstanding career by applying today at barneyjobs.com. barneyjobs.com.
Drive for a winning team. DP Curtis Trucking works hard to move America and get their drivers home on the weekend. DP Curtis hires reliable drivers with competitive starting pay and raises after 90 days. Employment options include insurance, 401k, paid vacation, and attainable bonuses, and more. Why would you drive for anyone else? Call DP Curtis Trucking for details, 435-893-2900. That's 435-893-2900, or click on dpcurtis.com.
At CVMC Medical Clinics, our growing team of physicians and advanced providers are shaping what rural healthcare can be. With an array of specialties available in world-class orthopedic medicine, our footprint is always expanding to ensure our personalized approach is reaching as many as possible. Familiar faces and expert knowledge, all of our locations can offer your family full-spectrum care in one place. Available in Nephi, Santaquin, and Fountain Green. CVMC is the place where healthcare is made personal.
And we're back here at Utah Valley University as we go to the top of the 4th inning in a 10-2 ball game. Juab leading Grantsville here in Game 1 of the 3A state tournament. And the Cowboys will bring the 5, 6, and 7 batters to the plate this inning. Cooper Castano, followed by Easton Hammond and Gunnar Kimber. If they get to the 4th batter, that is Easton Webb. Austin Park on the mound for Juab as a quick 0-2 count on Castano. The 0-2 delivery. Swung on, flies this one into right field. Larson moves to his left. Now it's a dive forward, and that one lands for a hit. Castano will stop at second, and Larson must have just never got a good read on it because he didn't seem like he was going hard until the last second there, Corey.
Yeah, he didn't. I actually at first I thought, man, he's going to get to that ball, and then it just kept getting further away from him and ends up dropping for a double right there, but off his glove.
So a double for Cooper Castano to lead off the inning. They have that as their 6th hit, but it's got to be only number 5, right?
Yeah, I'll have to count him, but yeah, I don't.
Strike 1 there to Easton Hammond.
I say, yeah, I have that as 5 as well.
Yeah, they've only had, and then they have the 1 walk, so.
Yeah.
Runner on second, no outs. 0-1 pitch to Hammond. He tried to get time called, didn't get it, and Park just missed inside for ball 1.
Yeah, pulled out anyway. Even though he didn't get time, he still pulled out of the box. But that was a ball.
Park sets. Checks Castano. Next pitch, big swing and a miss. Strike 2 to Hammond.
Yeah, good hard cut right there by Hammond, but Park blows that one past him.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hammond steps back in on the right side. Castano at second for Grantsville. 1-2 pitch, fouled back to the screen as Hammond battles.
Now this is something new this year, and we talked about this in an earlier game, but in high school baseball now there's a 15-run rule after 4, so it's kind of critical right now that, you know, if Juab gets hot in that next inning, they could close us out. So for Grantsville to get hot here and put some more pressure on them, get some runs to extend this game would be a big deal.
Yeah, it would. Long look at second. Here's the 1-2 to Hammond. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and Hammond will go down swinging for the first out of the inning. 4th strikeout of the game for Austin Park.
Good fastball right there by Park. That might have been his best fastball of the game right there. Just blows that one right past Hammond.
So Gunnar Kimber stands in on the right side now for the Cowboys. First pitch from Park. It's on the outside half. Strike one. Had Kimber bailing on the pitch.
Yeah. Don't know if he thought he was having a curveball coming at him or what, but yeah, he was kind of pulling that front foot out.
There's the 0-1 from Park. Misses low for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on here in the top of the 4th inning with Juab leading Grantsville 10-2 in this first game of the day at the 3A Baseball State Tournament. Turn and throw to second, not in time as Castino dives back safely.
Been trying to watch to see what the sign is there. If that's come from the shortstop or maybe that's come from the catcher, but I haven't picked it up yet, so they do a good job disguising that timing play.
Next pitch, steps out again as he fouls this one down the right field line for strike 2.
Yeah, and Park, he's a smart pitcher right there. He's seeing that. I think they're going to just keep everything on that outside part of the plate, not give him a chance to get to that ball. And if he does, it's not going to be a real hard hit ball.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes. As Park takes the sign. And Hansen does set up way outside. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 3, and Kimber will go down swinging for the second out of the inning. 5th strikeout of the game for Austin Park. And as you said, he had no chance at reaching that.
No chance. Do have some action in the bullpen out there for Juab. Left-handed, I can't tell the number, but.
Yeah, wanting to save some of that numbers for
maybe tomorrow.
For Austin Park.
Where are we? Pitching numbers?
He was at 49 coming into this inning. Called strike 1 there to Easton Webb for the 0-1 count.
Yeah, good job. He just keeps finding that outside corner right there, and Hansen doing a good job helping him behind the plate.
I think that's Porter Howard down warming up for Juab. 0-1 count here to Webb. Breaking ball swung on, line drive into left center field is going to get down for a base hit, cut off by Coombs. He throws home with it, and coming over to cut it off, though, was Adams at third, and an RBI single for Easton Webb makes it a 10-3 ball game.
Good hit right there. So first pitch Webb saw was a fastball on the outside part of the plate, and then Park comes back with a curveball. And he just sits on that one and drives it out into left center field there.
So brings Gray Warren to the plate. Should be not Gray Warren. It's now Jax Allred batting for himself in place of Gray Warren with a pitching change. Patton Rose came into the game, so Gray Warren has left the game. So Jax Allred hitting for the first time today. Watch the ball 1 go by. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Called strike 1 and a 1-1 count.
So his first time facing Park this game.
10-3 your score here in the top of the 4th inning. 1 on with 2 outs here for Grantsville. Throw over to first, not in time. Webb dives back safely. One ground ball back up the middle. Richard to the backhand, gets there and flips it to short for the 3rd out of the inning. Nice play by Brock Richards at second base to end the inning, but Grantsville gets another one back. They get 1 run on 2 hits, no errors by Juab, and 1 runner left on base. Through 3.5 innings of play, we're halfway home. It is Juab 10, Grantsville 3 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Marijuana has a lot of names, and even more opinions about it. It's a gray area. And even though we don't know everything about it, we do know that the adolescent brain is still under construction until early adulthood. A developing brain's gray matter, the stuff that lets kids think, analyze, and create, can be impacted by misusing cannabis at a young age. So talk to your kids. Let them know that gray matters.
To learn more, visit graymatters.utah.gov.
up for the perfect solution to jumpstart your outdoor adventure. Whether you're tearing up the back roads or backcountry, driving the trails or highways of Utah, or making waves on the waterways with family or friends, it's high time you experience the unsurpassed excitement destination at the Jorgensen Auto Group. Jorgensen Chevrolet need from Jorgensen Ford and Jorgensen Power Sports in Richfield will make sure you're properly outfitted. That's Jorgensen Auto Group. Jorgensen Chevrolet from Jorgensen Ford, Jorgensen Power Sports Richfield, thrill seekers wanted.
For more than 3 decades, the Intermountain Power Project has served as a model of regional energy cooperation, generating and transmitting coal-fueled electricity to a diverse group of municipal utilities and rural electric cooperatives with operations across 6 U.S. states. Now Intermountain Power is expanding its role as a regional energy hub, including utilizing renewable energy resources. Intermountain Power is proud to support and invest in our central Utah communities. Visit ipautah.com to learn more about IPP Renewed. And we're back here at UCCU Ballpark on the campus of Utah Valley University as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Juab leading Grantsville 10-3 here in the first game of the 3A state tournament. And the Wasps will bring the 5, 6, and 7 batters to the plate this inning. Kai Hansen, Maddox Stoll, and Jimmy Larson. If they get to the 4th batter, that's Brock Richards. Peyton Cummings on the mound for Grantsville as a quick 0-2 count after 2 foul balls by Kai Hansen. Cummings working out of the windup. The 0-2. That one will miss low and away for ball 1. Cummings came in after 2 batters in the second inning, and he's given up 3 runs in that time, but he's done a pretty good job of slowing down a Juab lineup that started the game really hot as Hansen fouls that one up to stay alive.
Yeah, I agree. I think Cummings has done a good job just keeping him off time a little bit, and they really haven't hit anything really, really hard against Cummings since he's been pitching.
Breaking ball here, swung on, blooped up the middle, and picked up at second base. Nope, Webb can't quite glove it, and Kai Hansen is safe at first. That one had nothing on it.
I'll tell you what, that ball coming off that bat looked like it came off a wedge and hit the green and had some backspin on it, and some professional backspin, I call it. And, yeah, I don't think he had a chance. I'd rule that an infield hit. I don't think he had a chance at a play there.
Yeah, and the official score did rule that an infield single for Kai Hansen. Jack Peterson back on to run for him as Maddox Stoll will stand in on the right side for Juab. The runner on base and no outs. Long look at first. First pitch, big. Swing and a miss from Stoll. Strike 1.
Yeah, it's a big hard cut right there by Stoll.
Throw over to first, offline, and diving back safely is Peterson. Good job of Patton Rose to come off the bag and make sure that one didn't get down the line. The 0-1. Swung on, ground ball to the left side. Charging at third is Kimber. The throw to first is in time. No play at second. A nice job by Gunnar Kimber for out number 1 as Stoll moves the runner into scoring position.
Yeah, he had thought he was going to take off right there, the runner at first base, but he just did a good fake, but he did get a good secondary and no play at second base, so they had to go to first.
So it'll bring Jimmy Larson to the plate now for Juab. Long look at second. First pitch from Cummings. Check swing, foul ball, strike 1.
Yeah, Jimmy Larson, I don't know if he just didn't see that it was coming in there. It looked like a pretty good pitch to swing at, but a little bit of a check swing and fouls it off.
Here's the 0-1 delivery from Cummings. That one's going to hit Larson in the back. So Larson will take the hit by pitch and head to first base. 2 on now with 1 out for Juab, and Brock Richards coming to the plate here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
If you watch Cummings, when they get a runner on second, when Juab has a runner on second base, I mean, they're really messing with him, and he's looking at the runner when he's in his motion to throw home, and he's done that a couple times, and he's hit he's hit one batter and went behind the other one.
Got time called. Coach Park wanted to give the sign again as Richard stands in on the right side with 2 on and 1 out. Runners at first and second here for the Wasps, leading 10-3 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Cummings takes the sign from Allred. Now he's going to step off and reset. So Richard steps out of the box. Comes back in on the right side. Cummings sets. First pitch. Swings it one way inside. Foul ball, strike one.
Way inside, way low, man. He hit that right off his shoelaces.
Yeah,
that was right on top of his feet.
So he stands back in with an 0-1 count. That one's going to hit Richards. Fastball right in the hip. So that'll load the bases up for Hayden Adams.
Same thing right there by Cummings. He's getting into his motion, bringing his knee up, and his head's looking back towards second base. And he just kind of he needs to start just worrying about these guys at the plate right here and help himself out.
Yeah. And he's pausing there with his leg in the air and looking back at second while he's trying to stay balanced and move toward home.
Yeah, it's just not working out.
So that brings Hayden Adams to the plate now for Juab. First pitch. That one's in there for a called strike one at the low part of the zone. Oh, 1. Misses up for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. And now with the bases loaded, he can work out of the windup, not having to worry about looking at the runner at second. 1-1 pitch. Swung on, flies this one into shallow right field. Coming in is Castano and lands just foul by inches down the right field line for a long, high, loud strike 2 to Hayden Adams.
Yeah, that for Grantsville, that was very fortunate that got into foul territory because that would have caused some trouble. If that would have hit inside the line and went the way it did, I definitely just scored 1, maybe 2 runs right there.
So Adams now with a 2-strike count stands back in on the right side. Bases remain loaded, 1 out in the inning. Cummings resets. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, line drive right at the second baseman. Richards had taken off and is easily doubled up at first base for the 3rd out of the inning. So it's an L4-3 double play hit into by Hayden Adams as Juab loads them up but do not score. No runs on 1 hit, no errors committed by Grantsville, and 2 runners left on base through 4 innings of play. It is Juab 10, Grantsville 3 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Mountain Land Supply of Richfield is your local employee-owned and operated solution for plumbing, heating, and cooling, waterworks, agricultural irrigation, landscaping irrigation, power equipment, pumps, tools, and safety. Discover the difference a knowledgeable and friendly staff can make for you. With thousands of products and brands you know and trust, Mountain Land Supply has what you need when you need it. Call, click, or come into Mountain Land Supply of Richfield and let us help you move mountains.
Jones & DeMille Engineering was founded with a simple mission to shape the quality of life with a personalized touch. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they provide value beyond the project, creating places where people live, work, and thrive. For over 40 years, they've proudly served our communities, enhancing lives through their work. Join their team and become a dedicated community improvement leader. Whether you're an engineer or just love infrastructure, they invite you to seek a career with them. Jones & DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
This is more than just a job. It's a mission of caring. There's nothing more precious than a human life, and we all honor that responsibility. Beginning in 1932, we've been standing ready to serve our communities with trust, quality, and knowledge. And most of all, human connections.
Back here at UCCU Ballpark as we go to the top of the 5th inning in a 10-3 ball game here at the 3A state tournament. Juab leading Grantsville. Top of the order coming to the plate this inning for the Cowboys, Jordan Fossen, Crew Warren, and Patton Rose. If they get to the 4th batter, the cleanup hitter is Peyton Cummings. Austin Park on the mound for Juab has an early 0-2 count to Fossen. 0-2 pitch misses high and away for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fossen, his last at bat, he had a double into right field, and he's 1 for 2 in the game.
Here's the 1-2 pitch from Park. Misses inside as Fossen. That's a slide out of the way for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Park working out of the windup. The 2-2 delivery. Breaking ball on the outside edge for a called strike 3, and Fossen will go down looking for the first out of the inning and the 6th strikeout of the game for Austin Park.
Good curveball right there. Just caught him looking, and gets another strikeout. Does Austin Park.
So it brings Crew Warren to the plate. First pitch. Swung on, flies this one to the right side. Going back is Cowan. He'll call for it and make the play one step into the green turf for out number 2, a P3 for Warren. Pop up to the first baseman for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, that'll help keep the pitch count down right there.
Yeah. Had him at 66 coming into this inning, which is about 6 pitches higher than you want to be able to throw the complete game. Juab, of course, hoping that they can put a few more runs on the board and end this after 5. As Patton Rose steps in. First pitch, Kai Hansen asking where that one was at on ball 1.
Yeah, I would think that was Coach Park's message last time when they came up to hit. It's like, hey, let's put some pressure on him. Let's try to run rule him right here, help our whole team. And
1-0 pitch. Misses outside for ball 2, and hitters count now for Rose.
Rose, he has one of the hits. He actually has 2 RBIs on the day. 1 hit.
2-0 misses up. So ball 3 now to Rose with 2 outs and nobody on base here in the 5th inning. Park has been close to setting him down in order, but hasn't quite been able to do it yet in this game. There's the 3-0 pitch to Rose. Full automatic in there for a called strike 1 as Rose was 3 steps down the line. Asking where that one was at height-wise. Umpire letting him know. Rose felt like it was up. So hitters count. The pitch from Park. Swung on, chopped foul to the left side for strike 2 and a full count.
Yeah, from going down 3-0, comes back to a full count right here.
As again, Park sets. Payoff pitch. Just misses. Kai Hansen wanted it, didn't get it, as Patton Rose will draw the base on balls. So it brings Peyton Cummings to the plate now with a runner on and 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Juab leading 10-3 over Grantsville. Howard still warming up down to the bullpen for Juab. First pitch swung on and fouls this one off to the right side for strike 1. We're seeing a lot of the Grantsville hitters the second time and third time through the lineup start to pull their feet out a little bit. They're not staying in there, and we saw Cummings do it there too. The 0-1 pitch. This is outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, and I don't know if you attribute that to, Austin Park, his curveball has been really effective, and he has thrown it. He's used all parts of the plate. Even with that curveball, he's moving it in and out, but he's brought that in on the shoulder of these hitters.
There's a curveball for a called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Now that curveball Cummings stayed right in there. He didn't move his feet on that one, but let that one go.
So 1-2 count with 2 outs. Park comes set. 1-2 pitch. Missed blown away. 4 ball, 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Runner on first. 10-3 Juab leads Grantsville. The 2-2 to Cummings. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and Cummings will go down swinging for the 3rd out of the inning. 7th strikeout of the game for Austin Park, as Grantsville gets a runner on, but they do not score. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base through 4.5 complete. It is Juab 10, Grantsville 3 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Jorgensen's Power Sports is your one-stop shop for all of your outdoor adventure needs. We carry a wide variety of ATVs, UTVs, RVs, firearms, outdoor accessories, and much more. Complete with both a service and warranty department. Check us out online at www.jhsport.com or give us a call at 435-896-6408.
Hey,
Well, just a reminder to shop Shepherd's Carpet and Flooring, offering windows and glass sales and installation, including window tinting. Shepherd's Carpet and Flooring, 410 North Main in Richfield, has a huge inventory and always sells at rock bottom prices. And Shepherd's has the service to back it all up. Click shepherdscarpets.com. Carpet, flooring, windows, and glass, and more. Shop Shepherd's Carpet and Flooring, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Click shepherdscarpets.com and sit back and try to wipe that big old smile off your face.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Riverton Chevy is more than just a dealership. For over 103 years, our family has proudly served this community because Utah is our home. Through our Everyday Champions program, we celebrate those who make our community stronger. Military, teachers, and first responders, our local champions never pay for oil changes with the purchase of a new vehicle. Thank you for making Riverton Chevy your dealership for over a century. Visit us today in South Jordan or online at rivertonchevy.com. Still the Chevyweight champion.
We're back here at Utah Valley University as we go to the bottom of the fifth inning, and a new pitcher for Grantsville. Gunnar Kimber comes on from third base. He replaces Peyton Cummings, and Cooper Castano comes in from right field to play third base. Cummings goes from the pitcher's mound to play left field, and Easton Hammond goes from left field to right field. There's your defensive changes for Grantsville. Trevin Park grounds one to the right side, fielded at second by Easton Webb. Throw to first is in time. So the first batter of the inning grounds out for Juab on a 4-3 ground out for out number one. That'll bring Austin Park, followed by Connor Cowan to the plate. If they get to the fourth batter, that's Luke Morostica this inning for Juab. Again, one out, and the new pitcher is Gunnar Kimber.
So that's the first time Trevin Park hasn't made it on base, as he was 2 for 2 and hit by pitch.
First pitch to Park, up and in for ball one. Park is also 2 for 2, but his third plate appearance, he drew a walk. I guess his middle one, but of the 3 times up. 1-0 pitch here, swung on, ground ball to the third base side, fielded by Castano. Throw to first is in time for the 5-3 ground out and the second out of the inning.
Yeah, Gunnar Kimber doing a good job working quickly on the mound and gets 2 recorded outs. I'm sure they're hoping he can get a quick third one right here and then go hit again.
Yeah, that'll bring Connor Cowan to the plate now for Juab.
Connor, he's 1 for 2 with a double, or with a single that he had 2 RBIs, and he was hit by a pitch in his first plate appearance and grounded out to first in his second plate appearance.
Kimber had only thrown 3 2/3 innings on the year. Has a 3.82 ERA in 4 appearances. So he's a 1-inning guy in the 4 times he's come in. First pitch to Cowan. Swung on. Fouls that one down the first baseline for strike 1.
Well, Kimber's doing a good job against the top part of this tough lineup that Juab has.
Here's the 0-1 to Cowan. Breaking ball. Just misses for ball 1 and a 1-1 count.
Allred doing all he could right there to frame that back in. He's really politicking for that call.
Out of the windup, the 1-1 from Kimber. Big swing and a miss. Strike 2 to Cowan and a 1-2 count. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Another breaking ball. That one swung on high. Pop up to the left side. Coming in, and that's going to land between 3 players. They all just kind of stand and look at each other as Warren had gone out and turned around. He might have had the easiest chance at it at shortstop, as you had Cummings and Fossen coming running in from left and center, and lands in between all 3 of them.
Yeah, Fossen had the farthest to run, and I don't know if he called them off or what it was, but the shortstop, who is Warren, he looked like he could take 4 or 5 steps right there, and he had that ball. It was coming right to him. So
we'll bring Luke Morostica to the plate. And on the left side, first pitch misses up for ball 1. So bloop single for Connor Cowan. More of a high single.
Yeah, really high.
Throw to first, not in time. Rose doesn't even apply the tag as Cowan steps back safely.
My thought is that nobody called that ball right there.
Yeah. Turn and throw to first again. That one's closer, but Cowan just gets back in time. Morostka looking for his first hit. He walked, reached on a drop third strike, and flew out to center field in his 3 plate appearances. Cowan getting a little bigger lead. Throw to first again, not in time. He was wanting him to throw over. You could tell he was.
He's baiting him right there. That's a pretty good pickoff move. I mean, if he's only thrown less than 4 innings, he's got a pretty good pickoff move over there at first.
1-0 count here to Morostka. Hold the string on that one, swing and a miss for strike one.
That's where Grantsville's been really effective when they can slow the ball down and get those off-speed pitches in for strikes. They've been really effective against Juab.
Cowan gets a bigger lead. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, high fly ball to right. Going back is Hammond. Settles underneath it and makes the play for out number 3. So an F9 for Morostka. Fly out to right for the 3rd out of the inning. Juab gets a runner on, but they do not score. No runs on 1 hit. No errors committed by Grantsville, and 1 runner left on base. Through 5 complete. It is Juab 10, Grantsville 3 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
In the beginning, glass repair meant a long trip to the city. Inconvenient, but it got the job done. Then came the big chains, quick but costly. Then Clear Sight Glass Solutions rolled into town. For 15 years, they've been making your life easier with mobile and in-shop services. Because they're local, and they genuinely care about keeping you safe on the road. They even recalibrate for new models. Visit them on Main Street or at clearsightglasssolutions.com. Keep it clear, keep it local with Clear Sight Glass Solutions in Nephi.
Nephi Federal Credit Union in Nephi offers convenient service and a variety of financial services. They're your hometown credit union that's been serving local residents for over 63 years, longer than any other financial institution in Nephi. The staff invites you to check out their incredible rates on a variety of loans and savings accounts. Nephi Federal Credit Union, 155 North Main in Nephi. Call 623-1895. That's 623-1895. Nephi Federal Credit Union, proud supporter of the Wasps this season.
Local IFA Country Store in Ephraim has been part of the community for a long time as your farm, ranch, and family outfitter. Farm and ranch supplies, clothing, shoes, boots, and fencing, and garden supplies, and more. You'll find that and much more at Ephraim IFA. IFA is a local cooperative that started operations in Gunnison in 1923 and has enjoyed serving Central Utah ever since. IFA manager Jeff Hansen asked me to tell you all that he appreciates all the local support and helping you grow the things you love.
We're back here at Utah Valley University as we go to the top of the 6th inning, and a new pitcher for Juab as Austin Park's day is done. Porter Howard takes over on the mound. He'll come into the game for Brock Richards as Castano fouls one down the left field line. As Richards leaves from second base, Park went from the mound to shortstop. Morostka slid over from short to second. There's your defensive changes for Juab. Porter Howard, left-handed pitcher for the Wasps, a 2.55 ERA. Has an 0-2 count here to Castano. That breaking ball misses outside. Excuse me, he had a 1-1 count, now ball 2, 2-1 count to Castano. Castano, the 5 batter, he'll be followed by Easton Hammond, then Gunnar Kimber for Grantsville. If they get to the 4th batter this inning, that's Easton Wood. 2-1 pitch is fouled back to the screen for strike 2 to Castano and a 2-2 count.
This is a lot different pitcher right here that Grantsville's going to see from what Austin Park was. He's going to throw it a lot slower and rely a little bit more on a curveball.
Ground ball fouled on the right field or first base line for Castano. Yeah, definitely a different type of pitcher. He's had 9 appearances on the season, just a sophomore for Juab.
tall kid. How tall do you think he is? 6'5"?
Yeah, probably.
He's a tall kid out there.
Again, here's the 2-2. Swung on, ground ball to the left side, fielded at third by Adams. Throw to first in the dirt, scooped by Cowan at first base for out number 1 on the 5-3 putout.
Good play right there by Adams, but a great dig right there by Cowan at first base.
So that'll bring Easton Hammond to the plate now for the Cowboys.
What do we got? Hammond, he is 0 for 2. He struck out twice.
First pitch breaking ball, misses outside for ball 1. Same pitch he started at Castino with.
Yeah, I think they're going to see a lot of the curveball.
1-0. That one's on the outside edge for a called strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's fastball misses low and in for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Next one swung on, fly ball into center field, and backing up there is Trevin Park as that one gets in front of him for a 1-out single for Easton Hammond's first hit of the game.
Yeah, good hit right there by Hammond, driving that into center field. Just stayed back on that and punched it out there for a single.
So that brings Gunnar Kimber to the plate. First pitch, misses outside for ball 1. The 1-0 from Howard, breaking ball. That one must have stayed a little bit up for ball 2 and a hitter's count.
Yeah, it looked like he just stayed up out of the zone a little bit. Gunnar Kimber, he is 0 for 2 on the day.
The 2-0. Swung on, chopped foul to the left side for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Kimber.
Now it's interesting right here. So Howard, he works his curveball. He stays on the outside and tries to bring it into these right-handed hitters. And I halfway suspect he's going to throw his hard fastball. He likes to throw that inside.
2-1. There it is. Misses low and in, though, for ball 3 and a hitter's count for Kimber.
I'd like to see what the velocity change is on those. There's quite a bit of change.
Yeah, because he's got a decent fastball.
Yeah.
3-1. That one's in there for a called strike 2 and a full count now to Kimber.
Now that looked like a different type of off-speed pitch than we've seen. It
Yeah.
looked more like a slider or something right there.
Good man.
A little bit tighter.
So here's the 3-2 payoff pitch. On the outside edge for a called strike 3, and Kimber will go down looking for the second out of the inning. First strikeout of the game for Porter Howard.
Good pitch right there by Howard. He'd been pounding that fastball in, and then he comes back on the outside part of the plate to get that strike.
Yeah, that was a good location as Easton Webb, who has 2 hits in the game for Grantsville, comes to the plate. 2 outs and 1 on. 10-3 your score. First pitch to Webb. Right down the middle, strike 1. Now he went curveball on that first pitch, so it comes to Webb with a fastball.
Yeah, it's the first time he's thrown a first pitch fastball.
The 0-1 pitch, there's that curveball. Misses for ball 1. Juab crowd wanted it, didn't get it.
Yeah, they wanted it. Kai Hansen, he was shaking his head like, yeah, that was a good pitch right there. Just must have missed just a little bit.
Juab with 2 in the bullpen right now. 1-1. Called strike 2 on the outside half for a 1-2 count. Try to see who they've got down there. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on first. The pitch from Howard. That one's going to miss outside. For ball 2, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, I just wonder if Coach Park is just getting a little bullpen, just a little bullpenning in for these boys, get them ready for the next couple days, or he's really see what Howard does here. But I'd imagine if he gets out of this, he'll bring him back in the 7th inning.
Cohen Mattinson's one of them down there warming up. Little pause in the action here as they step out of the box and off the mound. And I believe it's Traden Osborne who's the other one. 2-2. Swung on and fouled out of play by Easton Webb as he battles to stay alive with 2 outs and a runner on first. So Webb back in on the right side. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 10-3 Juab lead over Grantsville. And time called, so batter and pitcher both reset. The 2-2 from Howard. Breaking ball on the inside edge for a called strike 3, and Easton Webb will go down looking for the 3rd out of the inning. 2nd strikeout for Porter Howard as Grantsville gets a hit but do not score. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base through 5.5 innings of play. It is Juab 10, Grantsville 3 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Your car carries you and those you love through the days and years. It deserves the best care you can give it. At Burt Brothers, we can help with that. We've been doing it better than anyone else since 1991, and we'll keep doing it to get you through all the important moments on life's roads. Because cars are more than how we get from here to there, they're how we get from there to here. Find your nearest store and discover special offers at burtbrothers.com.
Back here at Utah Valley University as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning in a 10-3 ball game. Juab leads Grantsville. And the Juab will bring the 5, 6, and 7 batters to the plate this inning. Kai Hansen, Maddox Stoll, and Jimmy Larson. If they get to the 4th batter, that will be won't be Brock Richards. It'll be Porter Howard, who came into the game for Brock Richards. Gunnar Kimber on the mound for Grantsville. 1-0 pitch to Hansen, swung on and fouled back into the seats right here in front of us for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Richfield players were sitting in the stands a minute ago over behind the first base dugout. You've got the Union players and coaches. They've lined up back there down the left field line, so getting ready for their game, which is about 45 minutes from now is when that one game is scheduled for. Next pitch to Hansen misses inside for ball 2 and a 2-1 count. Richfield Union followed by Canyon View North Sanpete. Called strike 2 on the outside edge to Hansen. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Final game of the day is Emory Morgan.
Should have some really good games today.
The 2-2. Swung on, line drive. Caught by Webb at second base. Nice jumping catch by Easton Webb for out number 1 on the line out to second for Kai Hansen.
Yeah, good job right there by Webb moving to his right and getting a glove on that hard line drive.
That brings Maddox Stoll to the plate now for Juab. First pitch, big swing and a miss, strike 1. Stoll's 0 for 3. He has 2 RBIs on 3 groundouts. Fouls this one back for strike 2 and an 0-2 count. Ground out to the pitcher, the second baseman, and the third baseman.
He's done his job there at the plate. Runners have been on. He's moved them, been able to, through what he's done, get a couple runs across the plate for Juab.
0-2 count. 1 out, nobody on base here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Kimber working out of the windup. The 0-2-1 misses way high for ball 1. Allred had to jump out of his crouch to catch that one.
Yeah.
There's the 1-2 delivery. Misses low and away for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Stoll.
When you get to this part of the year, we got right now Gunnar Kimber, and I think you said he had thrown like 3 innings and made a part of an inning, but you wonder how much what they got in the tank, when they haven't really thrown that much.
2-2, swing and a miss, strike 3, and Stoll will go down swinging for the second out of the inning and the first strikeout of the game for Gunnar Kimber.
As I say that, he throws a great breaking ball right there to Stoll and gets that strikeout. But yeah, you just wonder how much, when they haven't pitched that much, when you come to this situation, how long can you go?
And some of the, with some of the underclassmen, we don't know what they've thrown JV-wise.
Yeah, that's true.
And so we don't have those numbers. First pitch to Jimmy Larson. Swung on, ground ball to the right side, and Webb knocks it down and doesn't have a play at first as Larson gets down the line quickly. We'll see what they rule that one. I think that one will be an E4.
I think an error. Yeah, E4 on that.
And there it is. So an E4 on allowing Jimmy Larson to reach base. So that will bring Porter Howard to the plate now for Juab, his first at bat. Left-handed batter. First pitch from Kimber. Swung on. A fly ball into right field. Coming in and making the play is Easton Hammond for out number 3. So an F9 for Howard for the third out of the inning. Juab gets a runner on, but do not score. No runs, no hits. 1 error by Grantsville and 1 runner left on base. Through 6 complete. Juab 10, Grantsville 3 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. On our website, you're not going to wade through a bunch of unrelated content. You bring up TeamHive.live and you're just going to find a lot of high school sports and events. We've created tools that make it super easy for you to create events and stream to our site. And if you ever need help with anything, you can give me a call. So I want to invite your school to join the team. If you're a Utah high school, you can stream live on Team Hive. That's TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
I'm Dr. Brandon Beck, and I'm one of the general surgeons at Central Valley Medical Center. One of the best parts of my job as a general surgeon is to interact with a wide variety of people. And many of those people have experienced chronic conditions or painful things for many years. And there is nothing better than helping them to work through those conditions and to have an improved quality of life. I'm happy to be back in Utah at Central Valley Medical Center serving the people in our community.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking's #1 investment has been dependable truck drivers like you. That's why they provide their drivers with an opportunity to earn up to $75,000 a year driving state-of-the-art equipment. Barney Trucking is now hiring drivers in Utah, San Pete, Sevier, Juab, Millard, Beaver, Iron, Carbon, and Emery counties. Barney Trucking offers a competitive wage, solid benefits, home daily schedules, and an excellent safety record. Apply today at barneyjobs.com. barneyjobs.com.
Back here at Utah Valley University as we go to the top of the 7th and final inning. Last chance here for the Grantsville Cowboys as they trail Juab 10-3. And Grantsville brings the 9, 1, and 2 batters to the plate this inning to face Porter Howard of Juab. It's Jack Allred, Jordan Fawcett, and Crew Warren. If they get to the 4th batter, that is Patton Rose. And after 2 foul balls, Allred's down in the count 0-2.
Once again, Howard starting him off with a curve ball. Coming back with another curveball. We'll see if he throws that inside fastball.
The 0-2 breaking ball stays up and away for ball 1 on a 1-2 count. The 1-2 pitch from Howard. Swung on, chopped foul to the left side as Allred battles.
And a bunch of curveballs right now. Official walked that ball right out to Howard.
Now Willie Akers says when he was catching, he didn't like that to happen. He said he'd tell the umpire, next time I'm throwing it.
Yeah.
1-2 pitch, fouled off again. And that one continues to battle, does Jack Allred.
Yeah, Howard came back right there. That's the first fastball of this at bat, and he brought that one back on the outside part of the plate, and Allred fouls it back.
Howard out of the windup, the 1-2. Breaking ball misses way high and away for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bullpen now empty for Juab. 2-2 breaking ball, high and away for ball 3 and a full count. Good at bat here from Jack Allred.
Yeah, it is. He's seen a lot of pitches this at bat. but it fouled 4 pitches back and works himself. Oh, what do we got?
We got time called. I'm not sure what. Allred wanted it quick. Something got in his face.
Yeah, it looked like something hit him in the. He was reaching up towards his eyes right there.
So full count. There's the payoff pitch from Howard. Swung on, high fly ball to left center field. On his horse is Trevin Park, and he makes the play for out number 1 and F8 for Jack Allred for the first out of the inning.
It's a well-hit ball right there by Allred, but Park does a good job chasing that one down and getting that out there in the gap.
So 1 out in the inning as Jordan Fossen will come to the plate next for the Cowboys. First pitch from Howard. Breaking ball, misses away for ball 1.
He's got Fossen. He's 1 for 3 in the game, has a double. The double to right field in his second at bat.
1-0 pitch. Misses low and in. 2-0 hitters count now to Fossen. Deep breath from Howard. 2-0. That one's right down the middle for strike 1. Maybe outer half, but it was a good pitch.
Yeah, good pitch right there.
Coach Park out of the dugout. Must be wanting to hold him under 35 pitches. And
there's his number 6.
Yep, so I believe that was number 6 I don't have. I'll have to check on that one. So we'll come back with the pitching change coming here as I do not see a 6 on the sheet. So we'll come back and see if we can figure out for sure who that is here for the Juab Wasps as the pitching change is happening here for Juab with the 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. And Juab leading Grantsville 10-3 in the first round of the 3A Baseball State Tournament on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Marijuana has a lot of names and even more opinions about it. It's a gray area. And even though we don't know everything about it, we do know that the adolescent brain is still under construction until early adulthood. A developing brain's gray matter, the stuff that lets kids think, analyze, and create, can be impacted by misusing cannabis at a young age. So talk to your kids. Let them know that gray matters.
To learn more, visit graymatters.utah.gov.
For more than 3 decades, the Intermountain Power Project has served as a model of regional energy cooperation, generating and transmitting coal-fueled electricity to a diverse group of municipal utilities and rural electric cooperatives with operations across 6 U.S. states. Now Intermountain Power is expanding its role as a regional energy hub, including utilizing renewable energy resources. Intermountain Power is proud to support and invest in our central Utah communities. Visit IPAUtah.com to learn more about IPP Renewed.
You're watching live high school sports action on TeamHive.live.
Welcome back here to Utah Valley University as the pitching change has been made here for the Juab Wasps. And we don't have it. And nobody that I can find has the number, so we're going to see if we can figure out who for sure it is here for Juab pitching here in the 7th inning with a 2-1 count to Jordan Fossen. And pitch will miss low for ball 3.
So we'll call him number 6 until somebody texts in and tells you who it is.
And ball 4 will go as the first 2 pitches he throws are balls.
Yeah, I guarantee you there's an aunt or an uncle, grandma, grandpa, somebody's listening. They know who number 6 is. We're going to get this information before the game's over.
So Crew Warren stands in on the right side. First pitch. Misses inside for ball 1.
Yeah, that nearly hits a Warren right there.
The 1-0 delivery. Swung on, chopped to the left side, and fielded by Park. Throw to first is in time for out number 2 on the 6-3 ground out. It looks routine, but
that was not a routine
play. That was not routine.
No, that was not a routine play. Because you had had Hayden Adams. He was moving to his left to make that play. The ball gets under his glove. Park's moving to his right. And I couldn't even see where the ball got under Adams and into Park's glove, but man, makes a bullet throw to first to get that out. Great play.
So 2 outs in the inning now. Last chance here for Grantsville as Patton Rose steps in on the left side. First pitch. Misses high and away. Ball 1. Runner on second. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. 10-3 Juab. The 1-0 pitch is fouled off to the left side, out of play for strike 1. So this is who was in the bullpen. I assumed it must be number 8. It was hard to tell for sure down there because I don't have a 6. So I went with number 8. That was the only option I had.
Yeah.
And again, unable to verify for sure who it is pitching now for Juab. The 1-1. That one will miss high and away for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. But whoever it is, he needs 1 more out to end the game here in the 7th.
Yeah, that's what Coach Parks asked. Just come in, get a couple outs for us, and let's go and play tomorrow.
The 2-1 misses up for ball 3, and hitters count now for Patton Rose. Yeah, I think I had them taking Howard out right at 34 pitches. That 8-pitch at bat kind of caused some problems there. Misses up on that one, 2 Rose for ball 4. Pretty good spot, but just off.
Yeah, just a little bit up out of the zone right there.
Austin Park coming over to visit on the mound with the pitcher. Kai Hansen will go join him out there. 2 on and 2 outs here in the 7th inning.
So with a 7-run lead, you're not really going to worry about the runners right here. I'm sure they're just talking to him, just, hey, get it in the strike zone, let him hit it. We got a good defense behind you. We'll put this away for you.
Yeah. And on the right side now for Grantsville is the cleanup hitter, Peyton Cummings. 2 on now and 2 outs. First pitch. And this is low, ball 1.
Now, if you're Grantsville, Coach, I think everybody's a take until you've got a strike on you. They're not going to be giving him anything. So number 6 has to come in with a strike to get these hitters the bat off their shoulder.
Dancing over at second base is Fossen. 1-0 pitch. Misses for ball 2 and a 2-0 count. They turn and throw to second, not in time as Morostica was covering.
Yeah, a little easier for the runner on second base to see that when on those timing plays when the second baseman's coming at him, they can see it. Shortstop's usually playing behind him, so you can't see him. But easily got back on that one, did Fossen.
There's the 2-0 to Cummings. This is low for ball 3, so a 3-0 count now for Peyton Cummings.
Do have somebody warming up in the bullpen down there for Juab.
They're wearing out that bullpen today.
Yeah.
Pitcher comes set. 3-0 count. That one misses up high for ball 4, so Cummings will draw the walk to load the bases here for Grantsville with 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning, and Coach Park's out of the dugout. Looks like he's going to make a change, and he is. So we'll take the break with him. Juab needs 1 more out to end it, but a pitching change coming as Grantsville has loaded the bases in a 10-3 ball game. Juab leading Grantsville on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Jones and DeMille Engineering was founded with a simple mission to shape the quality of life with a personalized touch. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they provide value beyond the project. creating places where people live, work, and thrive. For over 40 years, they've proudly served our communities, enhancing lives through their work. Join their team and become a dedicated community improvement leader. Whether you're an engineer or just love infrastructure, they invite you to seek a career with them. Jones & DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
Your home, life, and auto insurance deserve a winning team. Farmers Insurance Dan Cranny Agency introduces the newest member of the team, Gabe Cranny. Yep, it's now a doubleheader. But who needs insurance? If you own a home, farm, ranch, business, or have a spouse, children, or livestock, you need insurance. Get peace of mind with a winning team to make sure home sweet home stays that way. Call Dan or Gabe Cranny at Farmers Insurance in Richfield, 435-896-5453, 896-5453. America can depend on farmers.
You're watching live high school sports action on TeamHive.live.
Welcome back here to UCCU Ballpark on the campus of Utah Valley University. And appreciate Coach Mike Bowering for Juab. I didn't see him down there earlier. I'm sure he'll get here to state tournament later on. But John Mitchell was wearing number 6.
Okay.
So
thank you, Coach
John
Bowering.
Mitchell, the pitcher that came in for the Juab Wasps. But now he's being replaced by Brock Richards. And so Richards, who started the game at second base, came out with the initial pitching change and is now back into the game as the pitcher for Juab. He inherits the bases loaded with 2 outs here in the 7th inning. Leading 10-3 is Juab with Cooper Castano coming to the plate.
Once again, if you're the coach, if you're Coach Parks, you're just saying, hey, they're home something. Let's get a ground ball out right here, and let's move on.
Working out of the windup. First pitch to Castano, right down the middle, strike 1. Castano is 1 for 3 in the game, a double to right. It's also grounded out to the shortstop and to the third baseman. Here's the 0-1 pitch. This is low for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Probably the same message from Coach Landon right here that, let's make him pitch to us. We're not just going to give it up.
Yeah.
Let's make him earn these.
The 1-1. This is up and in for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike now for Cooper Castano. So Cohen Mattinson warming up, and I didn't quite catch who the other pitcher is out there for
I should have
Juab.
brought my binoculars and I could see that down there better.
2-1. That one's on the outside half for a called strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That's where Castano's got to get a little more aggressive right here to see if he can help his team drive a couple runs in.
There's the 2-2. On the outside edge for a called strike 3, and Castano will go down looking for the 3rd out of the inning and final out of the game as Juab gets the win over Grantsville. 10-3 your final. We'll take the break and come back with our post-game show next on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom at Team Hive and KSL Sports.